Game 2 of a back-to-back. Just how drained are you from yesterday as a player?
You know, B.A., proper rest and stretching can help a lot. But you're not going to be your usual self at the start of game time. Believe that.
Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Smith. Ivica Zubac's out there with Dario Saric. And it's Hazonia in at the 3. Here's Jokic. Smith with the rebound. Pass to Saric. To the right side. Shot clock at 5. Here's Smith. And there's a 3-second violation. Pass to Jokic. There's the triple. Not going to go that time. And about a minute gone in the first quarter. Smith passes to Saric. And here's Smith, right wing. 4 on the clock. Now here's Saric. Three-pointer, no good. Jokic against Zubac. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone by. Counted from distance.
And that gets us rolling. Ooh, what a tremendous atmosphere in here tonight.
Boy, I tell you, you're right. You can feel this one looking like it's going to be a tight one throughout.
Now here's Smith. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. Out to the right wing. Pass to Hazonia. Launches it. Hits the trifecta.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Zubac. Pass to Smith. Saric outside. Lets the 3 fly. Pure from 3-point range.
Now that's confidence. Saric says, in Dario, I trust.
And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Jovic, he's checked in for Jokic. All right, let's see the best free throw shooting teams this season.
And you really want to see these types of teams attack and draw fouls because they shoot it so well from the line.
1:25 left in the first quarter of the game. From the arc. Oh, and he can't make that one. 2 for 3 now. His first miss. Pass to Zubac. Here's Smith. Up top, Zubac. And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line.
Making a statement here early. Going right to the rack. I love it.
Yeah, that's how he rolls. I mean, intimidate the opponent right now.
About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Here's Petrushev. Here's Teodosic. The three is up. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Smith outside. Pass to Zubac. We've got 33 seconds left in the opening quarter. Here's Perkichin. Rebounded by Jovic. Gone 3 of 6 from the floor. 19 seconds left to play in the first. Here's Petrushev. Shot clock at 6. Takes a 3. He drops it from range. He has 6. 7 seconds left in the first quarter here. Here's Smith. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. They lead by 2. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
They've got Nikola Jokic, and it's Jovic in at the power forward, and he gets it to go.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
Here's Teodosic. Here's Jokic. The wide open shot is on the money.
What's really cool about Jokic is that he's just as effective working off the ball. He's ready to shoot when he catches it.
We've got Topic, and it's Teodosic in at the point guard position. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Well, I love the way he goes after it there. I mean, you've got to respect that. He's rewarded for his efforts of pursuing the ball.
Jokic the screen. From 12 feet. And the jumper is good.
No idea what they were thinking there defensively. I mean, that's a shot he makes often.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over.
And the win was there for them, but they just let it get away. Just couldn't make enough plays late.
And, you know, those are the kind of games that sting and that bad taste lingers. Knowing you were in it, but not coming through down the stretch, those are hard to get over sometimes.
All right, Grant, which U.S.-born player do you think has the best chance to supplant LeBron as the face of the league?
Oh, man, you putting me on the spot, B.A. Well, the conversation has to be between Jason Tatum, Ja Morant, and Anthony Edwards. They're the best young talent that the U.S. has to offer, and they're only getting better.
Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
Hits one, then misses the second attempt from the line. Here's Bogdanovic. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
What an athlete Bogdanovic is. Sprinting towards the rim with such aggression and assertiveness.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
And he lobs it up. Oh, got a piece of it. And stolen by Jokic. 1:51 left in the half. Back to Bogdanovic. Here's the pick. Perkichin grabs the board.
And unlike some other guys, missing a wide open look won't hurt his confidence at all.
Pass to Hezonja. Over Bogdanovic. Hezonja gets the bucket. He's got 5.
Risk look.
Jokic with it. Outside Bogdanovic. From outside, off the mark. Gone 3 of 5 since the beginning of the second. Outside Bogdanovic. Zubac, screen from deep. And Bogdanovic is good for 3. Bogdanovic has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And a timeout called here by Doc Rivers. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Jovic, he's checked in for Nikola Jokic. There's the three. Count it. His 3rd and 5 attempts.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
Pass to Zubac. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Smith outside to the wing, right side. 6 on the shot clock. Puts up a 3. Sinks the tray.
I'll tell you what, they are on fire this quarter, taking total command of this game.
Now, I don't know if this field goal percentage is sustainable, but if they can stay close to what they've done in shooting the ball, they'll run away with this one.
And that one, good.
Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
Fades back. And he can't get that one.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
And that'll do it for the first half. This game is tied. Well, now we have some tally as always. Thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this.
In a game this close, you want to attack the paint. Get yourself some easy looks. Get to the line, man. Get to the line.
Let's shift gears now. Thanks for tuning in.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. The visitors with the ball. Checking out the group for Chauncey Billups to start the second half. Ivica Zubac out there with Dario Saric. Then it's Smith, and it's Hazonia in at the 3. Jokic against Zubac. 6 to shoot, and here's Saric for 3. Fires in the triple. Saric has got 6.
That's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
Jokic against Zubac. And there's the whistle. The illegal screen is the call. On Sunday, they'll be playing against Devin Booker. Then on Friday, shooting the ball at 60%, an excellent average. Out to the right wing. And here's Saric for 3. The shot off that time. Shooting has been excellent so far, around 56% to the paint. Parked it down low that time, got hit with the 3-second call. Already it's February. Let's see how things look out west. Taking a look at the visitors here. If the postseason were to start today, they'd be the 7th seed. And for those tuning in, we're about a minute into this second half. Here's Hazonia. Connects on the foul line jumper. He has 7.
And obviously a total team player. Saric is a guy, if his teammate is open, he's going to get the ball.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And always fun to see which players have been the deadliest from three-point range. Bogdan Bogdanovic, number 1.
He's a shooter that defenses 100% have to go out and guard.
Fires the 3. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
Smith outside. Pass to Zubac. And he drops it in from the low post. Zubac has got 5.
A nice start to the third. 3 out of 4 and looking good doing it.
Jokic the screen. Hits the 3-pointer.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
Now here's Smith. Good on the bucket. Smith's got his second basket of the game.
When he gets room like that, look out, because he will score.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Inside. Count that one. He's scoring at a nice clip. He's 6 of 9 tonight.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
Gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to go since the break.
Timeout.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. So both teams changing it up here. And we've got 1:18 left in the third quarter. Shoots a fadeaway, and that's good. Off the glass that time. Smith's got 4 points this quarter.
And you look at how they've come out in the second half. It's almost like night and day.
No question about it. I mean, these teams are really battling hard now.
Away team foul. Smith. First personal foul. First team foul.
So both teams making some changes here.
On the court.
Here's Teodosic. Give him 8. Pass to Petrushev. 5 on the clock. Bogdanovich from long range. Drains the triple. Bogdanovich has got 5 points.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Here's Bogdanovich. And it's off the back of the rim. No good. If they score here, they're back in front.
And they've been waiting to retake this lead for a bit.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. So they take the lead. 10 points for him.
Reliable approach, getting the ball in the paint and going to work.
To the inside. Here's Smith. Off target with a close-range fadeaway. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. Leading by just 2. And we're coming back in just a moment. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. They've got Nikola Jokic, and it's Jovic in at the power forward position. Shooting 59% in this one, a good average. Pass to Perkichin. The turnaround jumper, and that one's good.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. Rebounded by Jovic. Shooting a terrific 58% from the floor. Here's Jokic. Fades away and sinks the tough shot.
I don't know if this is one of Jokic's preferred spots, but his smooth stroke allows him to cash in from anywhere.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
During that break, Coach Chauncey Billups had some advice for the team. With the game so close, he wanted his team to stay aggressive, saying, don't be a watcher, be an actor. Go out and make something happen on the court. Don't let it come to you.
And Allie, thanks. Out left to the wing. Smith outside. Money from 17 feet out.
Hey, draw him up a solid play, get him an open look, and he delivers.
Yeah, I put that one on the defense. I mean, they can't leave him open at this stage.
To the middle. Here's Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
And Joker doesn't get up too often, but when he slams it down, it feels like he's trying to bring the basket with him.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Smith, left side. Pass to Azonia. And here's Smith to take the lead. He buries it from 3. Smith's got 9 points now in the second half. Tight ball game coming down the stretch.
Yeah, with 7 lead changes thus far, this has been a thriller.
And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls.
He's such a clutch shooter. He just lives for the big shot.
Pass to Smith. Using his post moves to get the 2 points.
And I understand we're seeing some potent offense, but you have to put up more of a fight defensively.
Come on now, look. Sit back and enjoy the fireworks. Nothing better than good offense.
Here's Jokic. Great D that time from Zubac.
Boy, that defense smothered him in there. Love the intensity.
We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. Down low. Smith. Good D by Bogdanovich.
You know, you don't always get that opportunity, so those are the ones you hate to miss.
Back to Jokic. Now here's Šarić. Money.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
41 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Bogdanovich, that's good.
And Bogdan has played in big games before, and this experience translating into him being ready to take important shots.
Smith. Yes! And the timeout called here by Doc Rivers. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. And looking at the options here, what do you think is being discussed?
A chance to tie it up here.
A critical possession, no doubt. We'll see what they draw up.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Jokic. And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Yeah, and that was a smart move. I mean, you have to foul right there. You just don't want them to run out the clock.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
Second team foul.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Coming up clutch there at the line, making it a 2-possession game.
The 3. It's rebounded by Zubac, and now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Third team foul.
He gets the first, and that puts him up 5.
Ivica Zubac.
So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Good composure from the line there. Those shots sealed.
Pass to Jokic. A deep 3. He's off on that one.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
The visiting...
When you're facing the front of a back-to-back, how much does that affect you as a player?
Before and after the game, for sure, it's on your mind. But once the whistle blows, you have to live in the moment. You can bet the coaches are very aware of it.
Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Hayes. Then Benyama's out there with Song. Then there's Rizachet. And it's Fournier in at the two-guard spot. Pass to Şengün. Here's Sapahi. From the top of the key, he buries it. The visitors with the ball. And Benyama with it. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Sarr's shot is off. And while the offense is developing, Alex Sarr is already a huge presence at the defensive end.
Yeah, along with being a great rim protector, he's a 7-footer who can really slide his feet on the perimeter. He can switch on the guards and make them work for their opportunities. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Wembanyama. 12 points his last outing. Shot clock at 5. Here's Rizachet. The three-pointer, no good. Here's Şengün. Wembanyama with the rebound.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Sarr's shot is off.
Boy, having a hard time making shots. Just 1 for 4 to start this game.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Here's Sapahi, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Hayes the pass to Wembanyama. To the paint. And Sarr gets it to go on the assist by Hayes.
This is where Sarr wants to be, right under the hoop, within easy reach of the basket.
Pass to Larkin, the 19-foot shot, and Sarr pulls it down.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Fournier in the corner. Now here's Hayes. A 3-ball. It's good from long range.
Well, Evan Fournier is a fundamentally sound player, and if his teammates are open, he will deliver the rock.
Here's Biberovic. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Inside. Fades and shoots. Larkin can't get it to go.
Boy, he's definitely covered well there, and we know he can knock down the fadeaway shot. Just didn't fall there.
Hayes finds Wembanyama. To the middle. Sarr gets the bucket. Sarr's got his second bucket of the night.
The endless length of Alex Sarr helping his impact down low.
Pass to Şengün. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
You know, we're never opposed to a little creativity. Oh, did he have plenty of that? The double pump, having some fun.
Competitive, selfless, and a high basketball IQ. Şengün with the traits every coach loves.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Now Rizachet, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Clock at 6. Shoots. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Just stretching out the floor that first. They had the defense scrambling.
And that was obviously the plan coming in. Now the big question, can they maintain that efficiency from range as the game goes along?
And here's Gobert. Rizachet is out there with Koulibaly. Then there's Batum, and it's Rudy Gobert, and it's Yabusele in at the 4 spot. It's stolen. Driving inside. Osman kicks to Larkin. Does not find the basket. His third miss. He's made just 1 so far. Here's Rizachet. Pulls it up. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Rizachet's got 5. And Rizachet, the prototypical size and skill for a wingman.
Yeah, he's got some jelly to his game. Handle, touch. At his size, that becomes very tough to contain.
Pass to Osman. Just 5 on the clock. Gobert with the block.
There is a reason his nickname is the Stifle Tower. Send it back, Rudy.
Shot clock at 3. Here's Sapahi. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. 6 points for him.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes. 6 already.
Gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Here's Osman. Still yet to score. From the arc. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And that's one of his strengths, knocking down those long-range jump shots.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter. And Koulibaly gets it to go.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Here's Larkin. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Koulibaly with it. Gobert the screen. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Koulibaly's got 5 points now this quarter. Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the D-cell the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
1:19 left in the first half. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Now, Reza Shea. He has 5. A 3 from Wembanyama. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
This offense just continues to impress.
Gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Sapahi covered by Hayes. Here's Sapahi. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
Wembanyama outside. Shot clock at 6. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Maybe the most hyped teenager since LeBron James. Wembanyama is the poster child for upside.
Second free throw, no good. Here's Korkmaz. He's guarded by Fournier. Here's Sapahi. Banked in off the glass. 15 points in the game.
I tell you, he's making everything he looks at tonight. He should be their #1 option on every possession.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. They lead by 1. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
Looking at the East, LeBron James.
Well, LeBron has won this award so many times. He's probably got a separate house just for his.
They've had the hot hand from deep. So I'm giving these guys the green light. Keep riding the perimeter game until they take it away.
They sure made it look easy. Thanks for spending half.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Doing fantastically in this game, 62% from the floor. Pass to Larkin. To the left side wing. There's a screen. Takes the 3. Wembanyama with the rebound. has been just outrageous, 64% from the field to this point. Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
Reza Shea is out there with Song. Then it's Evan Fournier. Then there's Hayes. And it's Wembanyama in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Larkin. Clock at 4. Pass to Biberovic. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Wembanyama passes to Sarr. Picked him clean. Şengün with the ball. Now guarded by Wembanyama. Şengün with the bucket.
A guy who is ready to fight for it. Şengün using that strength to get that one to go.
Outside Fournier. Back to Hayes. Pass to Wembanyama. Over Şengün. That's good from Wembanyama on the assist by Sarr.
You know, being that wide open sometimes leads to a miss, but that fadeaway was money.
And a look now at some of the players we can expect to see in this year's dunk contest. Always one of the great events of All-Star Weekend.
It is, Kevin. You just can't take your eyes off it. The ideas those guys come up with, and then the guts it takes to pull them off, always blows me away.
You look at Sarr, and I know he'd like to make a move up in the consideration. He's got all the athleticism you hope for from a dunk contest participant.
He sure does. Lots of competition, though, in the running this year to get that big invite.
So there you go. And as it's looking, this year's dunk contest is shaping up to be a fantastic competition. We'll keep you updated on the voting.
No doubt it's going to be a good one, Kevin. We've got players on that list who'll do things that you didn't even think were possible. When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Wembanyama. Şengün with the rebound. Gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Pass to Larkin. Screen by Şengün. 6 on the shot clock. Tries from 16. Nice shot by Larkin.
And not sure what you can do with a guy like that. With his handles, he can just take defenders to school.
Now here's Hayes. Wembanyama with it. Over Şengün. Wembanyama, no good.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Here's Larkin. Over Hayes. Larkin can't get it to go.
Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
Pass to Fournier. To the inside. Now Sarr. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama. Sarr's got 5 points in the quarter. Gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Over in the corner, Osman. Pass to Şengün. Jacks up a 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Şengün's got 8 points.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that 3-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Here's Wembanyama. And Wembanyama too much inside. And we've reached the end of the third. They lead by 6. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth. 3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Wonderfully up to this point, 67%. Abusele out there with Batum, and it's Rudy Gobert. Then it's Koulibaly, and it's Jang in at the 5.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Lets it fly. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
And you can feel the excitement in the building. Both of these teams pouring it on.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two.
And Koulibaly gets it to go.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
The 19-foot shot, good, nothing but net. And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks, Kevin. Kenny Atkinson had some words for his team during the break. Now, his perspective was to play like we're behind. He said, that's the energy we need right now. We haven't won anything yet. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, thanks. Here's Larkin. Takes a 3. Connects from three-point range.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give.
Sarr sets the screen for Rizachet. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Pass to Biberovic. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That one on Rizachet.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And so he hits both.
Well, this is why you run your offense through him in important situations. You know he's going to deliver.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. Back to Hayes.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
6 to shoot. Money from the wing. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk. .157 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Larkin. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Larkin's got 5 points now this quarter.
A crucial breakdown defensively, and he was quick to make him pay.
We call that execution, getting the ball to the right guy where he can do some damage.
Making plays for others, Wembanyama.
Here's Larkin. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
Boy, and not just the aggression, the ability to get to the rim, but how about the finish with intention?
And he gets it to go.
And few defenders to ever play in this league have the ability to slow Wembanyama inside.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Şengün with the rebound. Gotten every shot they've taken so far in the fourth quarter to go in. That's 5 in a row to start the quarter. A shot by Biberovic, no good. Being a magnificent 69% in this game. Sarr, the pass to Fournier, bangs home the trifecta.
They're so adept at sizing up the defense, guys. You cannot give Fournier any space.
On the line, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. The visitors with the ball. And here's Hayes. So the wing on the left. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And there's Wembanyama on the assist by Rizachet.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've got hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Rizachet with it. So the road team gets the W in this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
Thank you for that, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
Position is obviously a point of strength for both of these teams, Brent.
Do you believe, BA, that these guys are coming in and not thinking about that very same thing? These guys want to test each other tonight, and you wonder, whoever gets the best of the other guy, will that elevate the next couple weeks of play for them in terms of their confidence? So a big man battle. Let's keep a close eye on it.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Yep, that one goes.
Great Jay from Antetokounmpo, really developing that part of his game.
Pass to Doncic. Here's Chanchar. That one falls. Great setup by Doncic.
Few guys distribute better than Doncic. He's got good instincts for when and where to send the ball.
In 2024, Luka Doncic recorded 6 consecutive 30-point triple-double games.
That's right, BA. The first time anyone has done it in NBA history. So if you didn't already believe in Luka magic, well, there's some proof that the magic is real.
Here's Kalathis. Chanchar with a rebound.
He just couldn't finish the job that time, and too bad, because it was a nice look.
And here's Doncic. He's averaging more than 12 a game, a consistent threat on offense. Clock at 6.
And you can't let Doncic get this type of positioning, because then you're pretty much forced to foul him.
He's got his first free throws of the night right here, and he makes the first. Good on both.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Here's Kalathis. Here's Papanikolaou. The jump hook, and there's the rejection. And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Chanchar, offensive board. Jacks up a 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
Timeout.
Chanchar's got 6.
Wow. Their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
And looking at the 2K leaderboard, here are the top glass cleaners over the past 10 games. Third is Luka Doncic.
Over these last 10 games, this guy has owned the boards, playing so well as of late.
Pass to Antetokounmpo to halt the run. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Giannis not afraid to stretch it out that time with the 3-ball.
Minute 32 left in the first quarter. Lays it up and banks it in.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
The shot comes out. Gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. 52 seconds left to play in the first. To the inside. Oh, Doncic hammers one home.
Whoa. Not known for showing off. Doncic with the highlight reel jam. Did I say that? Wow.
To the middle. Here's Antetokounmpo.
Oh,
yes, sir.
Wow. I think Giannis loves that kind of stuff right there. His dunks sometimes get vicious.
Back to Doncic. And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. It's not going to go for him. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Defense is right there. That one drops for him.
Beautiful touch. And Giannis, with his height and the quickness, he can get the mid-range shot pretty much any time he wants.
Now here's Doncic. Three-pointer. Nails it from beyond the arc. Doncic has got 7 points in the game.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, so far, they've got things rolling along nicely at the offensive end.
Yeah, couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
Dragic outside. Fades away. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game. Here's Papanikolaou. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. To the left wing. Over to the wing. For three. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 on this game. Pass to Dragic. Quarter number 2 and about a minute in. Shakes off strong D and gets to the bucket for 2 points.
Yeah, he is sneaky at the rim, lays it in against heavy pressure.
Inside. Uses the glass on the layup. And coming down the home stretch of the regular season, Grant, have modern training methods helped players get through it in one piece, you think?
Without a question, B.A. At the same time, it's a keeping up with the Joneses situation. If the guy you're guarding is in top form, that wears you down, too.
That shot off the mark. Quarter 2 and about 2 minutes in. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. Both teams deciding to change it up. And the free throw, no good. Misses the layup. We've got 2 of 3 shots to go in the second. Back to Antetokounmpo. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
Antetokounmpo on the catch-and-shoot jumper. You like that kind of flow from him.
Brent, we've never seen a player like Giannis. How do you stop him? Or how do you at least slow him down?
Well, B.A., there's a reason why I'm over here in a suit and the coaches are over there in their suits. That's their job. And Giannis is just one of those guys you hope is having an off night. Force him into as many jump shots as you possibly can. But inside, Giannis is going to get there, and he's going to devastate you.
Pass to Doncic. And here's Dragic. His first shot coming late. He squares up and sinks it.
Clearly defensive miscue there. If there's not a body on him that's sitting at the mid-range, that's a defensive mistake.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. And a missed layup.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. And the three-pointer goes. Doncic has got 5 points in the quarter.
I like when Doncic goes right up with it, giving the defense no time to react.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. 19 seconds left in the first half of this one. It's his first trip to the line.
Personal foul, second team foul. At the line for your home team, Giannis Antetokounmpo. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
How is it that Giannis always seems fired up? I mean, this guy has a true enthusiasm for the game and for competition. He just delivers night in and night out. That's what makes him a star.
Gone 4 for 7 in the second quarter. Doncic with it. 12 points for him. Here's the floater. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Leading by 5. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Okay, Allie, appreciate it. And folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the third quarter.
There's been no adjustment period to the NBA for these young men.
And Kenny wouldn't know anything about this. Not just anybody wins.
And turning now to the game we've been watching, Luka Doncic has been lighting it up.
Hey, what?
Thanks for tuning in.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. It's been a clinic out there by Giannis Antetokounmpo.
When he got good position and they got the ball to him, he was automatic.
Yeah, we'll see if the double teams start to come here in the second half to make them adjust offensively, but he's going to keep going at him.
Doncic up top. Lets a floater go. In the paint, Luka!
And their offense tonight is Luka, Luka, and more Luka. When he's on, it's an opponent's worst nightmare.
Here's Papanikolaou. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Oh, look at Giannis power in.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
Well, Grant, they say early in Giannis's career, he had to work not just on his game, but his attitude.
And that's true, B.A. It wasn't a bad attitude. He just lacked an edge. The ruthless mindset that all great players have. But, man, once he got that edge, he never lost it.
And the big finish by Giannis.
Oh, I would love to see Giannis in the dunk contest. Wouldn't that be sweet?
Shooting around 59%. They've been outstanding on the offensive end. And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Just 10 games left. Let's see the playoff race in the West. Taking a look at the visitors here. Holding down the 6th spot right now in the middle of this conference. Kicks it to Doncic. And we're about a minute and a half in the second half. Well, Grant, you were an excellent defender in your day. So who was the toughest player you had to guard?
Well, there's so many great players. Michael, LeBron. Well, let's talk about the late, great Kobe Bryant. I mean, he really had no weaknesses. And even if you defended him perfectly, there's a good chance he can still make the shot.
Shooting really well in this matchup. 62% from the floor. Antetokounmpo outside. Here's Papanikolaou. That one goes. Count it.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Pass to Doncic. 4-3. No good. Gone 3 of 3 in this second half. Takes one from 10 feet, and he gets the jumper to drop. Antetokounmpo's got 21.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
A minute 39 left in the third quarter. Here's Chanchar to the left side wing. Doncic outside. Doncic delivers from range.
Yeah, you would think a coach might have talked to his defense about making the adjustment on him, but right now, he's just lighting him up.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. And for all the purists, here's a look at the best free throw shooting teams from the stripe this year.
This squad will punish you every time you let them get to the line. It's something they've worked on as a team, and now they're reaping the rewards.
1:16 left in the third. Pass to Antetokounmpo. 6 to shoot. To the paint. Here's Kalathis, defended by Dragic. Comes up empty from 19 feet out.
Won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
43 seconds left in the third. Here's Kalathis. He's scoreless. The three ball. The shot won't fall. Shooting the ball at 60%, an excellent average. 16 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Count it.
Hey, if you give him room, he's gonna score the ball.
5 ticks left in the third quarter. Oh, deflected. And that goes out of bounds. And they retain possession.
Well, somehow they kept possession of the ball after that poor pass. They should be very thankful that wasn't a turnover.
To stop the run, connects from downtown.
And just sinks it over the taller defender. That's why you have to crowd shooters on the perimeter.
Yeah, that effort just not good enough because...
And that'll do it for the third quarter. They're up by 5. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
Sometimes it happens when the offense is struggling, but every now and then this helps with the offensive uptick right there. Great job of setting his teammate up.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. To the middle. Antetokounmpo covering. To the wing on the left. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Dragic. From about 19. No luck on that one. Shooting an efficient 64%. Excellent.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
On defense, the visiting team. 3-point lead. Antetokounmpo with it. To tie it up. 6 on the shot clock. Knocks down the long J.
And what a comeback. Do they have enough left to maintain this energy and get the win?
This is a testament to this team's fortitude, never giving up. Folks, we've got a new ball game.
Antetokounmpo with the block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo.
Substitution on the court.
Doncic outside. Just 4 to shoot. That's miss number 5 on the night. 6 for 11 now. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Antetokounmpo hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Antetokounmpo has got 23 points.
Only a few big guys in this league that can score at will. Giannis is one of them.
Pass to Doncic. The 15-footer is good. 21 points in the game.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but when it gets close, he's getting the ball.
And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I was able to listen in on what Will Hardy was going over with his team. Well, coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Up high and down it goes on the lob.
All eyes on Luka. The defense forgot about his teammates.
And he's going for the oop here. Antetokounmpo can't connect.
Looking for the spectacular and coming up empty.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players reacting. Just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
Over to the left wing. Here's Papanikolaou. Count it.
This is when you need a defensive presence, but it's just not happening.
I'm looking out there trying to find one guy at least interested in playing defense, not that last possession.
Pass to Doncic. The baseline J. The shot misses.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Here's Antetokounmpo. There's 39 seconds left in the game. From downtown. Oh, nails the triple.
Oh, what a dime there from Giannis. Excellent sharing the basketball.
And right here, they can't waste any time.
Well, it's probably a little bit too late here, but you really need to score a bucket here to stay alive.
Clutch play by Doncic. He's been doing this since he was a kid.
23 seconds left to play in the fourth. And they committed intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
Here's Kalathis. And an intentional foul right there.
Second personal foul. 4-2 foul. At the line for two.
He drops the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And a tough break as his second attempt is no good at the line. And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. Turning here to our analyst. What elements become the primary keys at this point?
No doubt. They've got to get a quick bucket here.
It's funny, at this point in the game, the coach is asking the team to be perfect. They haven't been to this point.
It's Doncic with a drive. He connects! And he's brought them within 2 points now.
Now that's one to remember. What an impact on the game.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Ooh, I think that's a wrap, and I can tell you, you can't have more pressure-packed free throws than the ones that are going to seal the game. Now, that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
First free throw is good, and that'll put him up 2. And so he drops them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Huge free throws, bumps the lead up to 3, and now they simply have to guard against the 3-ball.
Pass to Chanchar. Takes the 3. Can't get the 3 to fall. And so the home crowd treated to a win. That was an incredible night of hoops. A tremendous... All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Allie LaForce, Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and our entire 2K Sports crew.
Should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Here's Biberovic. Off target from outside. Outside, Bogdanovic. The three. Şengün with the rebound. And it's good, 2 points.
Known as a terrific passer at his position, Şengün excels at finding the open man.
Incredible for his age, the decision-making of Şengün GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game. And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you got to love that kind of effort. Getting in there and fighting through the defense.
Here's Larkin. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Home team foul. First personal foul. First team foul. Coming onto the floor for your home team, number 16.
Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Nope, not that time. Nothing for two from the field. Gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Larkin. Great look there, but off target.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. They can't settle for bad shots.
A nice shot by Bogdanovic.
Showing off his inside game. Bogdan is an all-around scorer.
Here's Osman. Here's Sapahi. Good on the three-point shot.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Ipo Şengün. Down low, Osman, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
And when you look at Şengün's assist number, he's already proven to be an elite passer for a big man.
So both teams making some changes here.
Substitution on
As the playoffs near, let's take a look at the Western Conference standings. And you take a look at this home team. Right now, if the playoffs started, they would have the 7th seed. Pass to Jovic. Here's Petrushev. Here's Teodosic. Off target with his 3. Gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Korkmaz passes to Larkin.
Teodosic. First personal foul. First team foul.
.44 seconds left to play in the first. The 19-foot shot, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Here's Teodosic. Outside Bogdanovic. And a great assist by Teodosic as that one goes in. Bogdanovic has got 7 points. Larkin looking it over. Pass to Korkmaz. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting us.
And that does it for the first quarter. Up 7. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Yeah, they've looked sharp early on with their offense, getting good chances and converting what they've taken.
We've got Teodosic, and it's Gutterich in at the 2 guard. Over in the corner, Osman. 6 on the shot clock. Ulabay. Jokic grabs the miss.
He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option there.
Jokic draws the double. Here's Gutterich. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
I mean, shades of Vlade Divac there. Jokic is one of the best passing bigs playing in the game today.
They've got Nikola Jokic, and it's Teodosic in at the 1. Fires the 3, and it's Jokic with the rebound. Pass to Jovic. Here's Gutter. And eventually, every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or two against the young fellas. And sometimes, that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully, by that point, it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
Pass to Korkmaz. Şengün with the ball. Here's Osman. Launches it. Good, and the assist goes to Şengün. Şengün's got 3 assists now in this one. Teodosic, the pass to Jokic. Lets the 3 fly. Good on the triple.
If you're open, Jokic is going to find you.
Gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Now let's take a moment to check out the steals leaders. 5th on the list, Jokic.
And he's been a rock for them defensively. Just so many steals for him this year, and so many of them have been in key moments for his team.
And the home team has possession. 1:46 left to play here in the half. Count that one.
Let the big fella be. Şengün just doing his thing down low.
Outside, Bogdanovic. The 3. It's rebounded by Şengün.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
From past the arc. Trains the three-pointer. Biberovic has got his first 3 points of the game.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Pass to Jokic. A 3 from Bogdanovic. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Jokic has got 3 assists tonight.
Well, always ready to get off a 3 of his own. That last bucket was just added motivation for Bogdanovic.
Şengün against Jokic. Lock at 6. Here's Larkin. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron. Gotten 4 of the first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Jokic kicks to Bogdanovic. Knocks down the 3 ball. Bogdanovic has got 13.
Well, that's his 3rd three-pointer in this game, and 2 of those came in the second, so he might be heating up.
Pass to Larkin. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Leading by 3. And now let's catch up with David. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the 3rd quarter after this break.
We need a department store intercom. Attention all ballers, attention all ballers. We have a missing defense, paging the defense.
Now let's take a moment. And that's all for us. Now
and in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Bogdanovic really making a difference here.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
Back to Jokic. The power of Jokic. Wow.
Nice play by Jokic. So crafty in pick and roll.
Pass to Biberovic. Traps in the tray. He has 6.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Here's Bogdanovic, and Bogdanovic throws it down.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
Here's Sapahi. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Hitting it as well as you're going to see, 67%. Pass to Jokic. Outside, Bogdanovic. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic. Jokic has got assist number 5 here tonight.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Pass to Biberovic. There's the pick. There's the triple. That shot off the mark. Gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. And here's Bogdanovic. To the inside. Takes it off the glass. Bogdanovic has got 20.
Keep getting him the ball. He's been a huge part of this offense.
1:52 left in the third quarter of the game. Şengün with a screen on Bogdanovic. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. He has 6. Can we talk about this every night? So much great young talent coming into the NBA. Is there one player, though, in particular, who right now stands out to you?
Well, I have to say, Kevin, Victor Wembanyama. I don't know that we have ever seen a guy of that size do the things that he does. Now, you can say, well, what about Nikola Jokic? Well, Nikola Jokic, first of all, is not Victor Wembanyama's size. And then Victor's handle and his length, the guy's incredible. He's going to be the face of the NBA for a long, long time.
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. We have a chance now to look at the teams that have created the most points off turnovers this season.
And all those points off turnovers have been a huge bonus. I mean, that aggressive defense has also paid dividends at the offensive end of the floor.
58 seconds left in the third quarter. From outside the arc, and the 3 ball is good. Bogdanovic has got 10 points in just the second half.
Well, his offense is carrying them right now, and even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
Good.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look.
Teodosic, the pass to Bogdanovic, and a great assist by Teodosic as that one goes in. Bogdanovic has got 13 points in just this quarter. Here's Larkin. He's got 11. They set the screen. Here's Korkmaz.
Huge buzzer beater. I did not think he was going to get that off in time.
He released it just in the nick of time. What a shot.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. They're up by 1. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Yeah, that's high-level playmaking. He makes it look easy, but it's not.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. They've got Topic. Teodosic out there with Jokic. And it's Jovic in at the 4-man position. Pass to Jokic. Tries again. It's Jokic inside.
Yeah, I feel like Jokic doesn't even need to see the basket when he gets that close.
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get the attention.
And you can tolerate gaps like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Just phenomenal here tonight. 73% from the field. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. A fader. Outside, Bogdanovic sinks the three-pointer. Bogdanovic has got 29 in the game.
And until he cools off, I'd keep the ball in his hand.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, guys, I listened in on what Chris Finch was talking about with his players. Coach wants them to do a better job defending the perimeter. He said we're late on our rotations, and they're getting great looks because of it. We got to fight through it. We got to take away the three. We're good, guys.
Thank you, David.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm. And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
First team foul. They throw good, Bogdanovic.
And you know, few guys play their role better than Bogdanovic. And by that, I mean he's often exceeding expectations and giving his squad more than they asked for.
Inside. And Şengün gets it to go on the assist by Larkin. Larkin's got his fourth assist in this one. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Jokic way outside. Can't connect from long distance. Gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. And Larkin now atop the key. Pass to Şengün. Puts it up from 12. That shot missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Milutinov, good on the shot.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
Here's Şengün. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Owning the moment. Şengün gets the much-needed point.
Pass to Jokic. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. It's good.
And if I'm his coach, I'm very pleased with this kind of energy on the offensive glass. Textbook play.
To the middle. Here's Şengün. They grab their own miss. Off on the layup.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
Back to Jokic. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, what else can you do against Jokic but get as physical as possible defensively?
And the second of 2 is good. That makes it a 7-point lead.
And not as productive a trip as you would like, but they're still in a pretty comfortable position.
Here's Şengün. Money! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Nerves of steel, Mr. Şengün.
to the paint. Here's Jokic. And he lays it straight in.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
Three-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Competitive, selfless, and a high basketball IQ. Şengün with the traits every coach loves.
Alperen Şengün. 2 shots.
And so he makes both from the line. There's 25 seconds left to play here in the fourth, and that's an intentional foul.
3rd team foul. Shooting for the away team.
So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game.
It's showing off a really smooth stroke there, and that will add to their lead.
Count it! And now they trail by just 4.
Well, what I want to know, where is the communication defensively?
Well, I can tell you, this kind of defense will drive coaches crazy.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game. 16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Sipahi. Misses the 3. And now we've got the intentional foul.
3rd personal foul. 5th team foul. Shooting for the away team.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance,
Front end of the back-to-back, what's important?
Well, BA, most coaches treat this one like a regular game. Try to win. Don't worry about minutes. Tomorrow, they may adjust the rotations a bit.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Evan Fournier is out there with Hayes. Then there's Sarr, then it's Rizache, and it's Wembanyama in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Kalathis. He's defended by Hayes. Out to the wing. They set a pick. Antetokounmpo outside. Shot clock at 6. No good that time. Outside Fournier. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
Yeah, good floor recognition from Sarr. Encouraging to see him working on his passing like this.
Brad, you talk about NBA length. Alex Sarr has it in spades.
So many young bigs we're seeing these days. He combines that length with some guard skills as well. And that's a very intriguing package.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Lays it in without an inch of room around him.
Yeah, one of the most efficient inside scorers. Giannis just can't be stopped.
Hayes, the pass to Wembanyama. To the right side. Here's the three. Drills it from deep.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. Down low.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And he drops it first.
2 shots.
That one's no good. Gone 2 of 3 from the floor. And Allie LaForce spoke with Tom Thibodeau. Allie.
I asked him how Rudy Gobert alters their usual game plan. Coach acknowledged that he's a factor and said Rudy definitely demands more from us offensively. We have to be careful where we put our shooters with him waiting for swats. Coach thinks intelligent offense is what it takes to beat Gobert. Back to you.
Thanks for that, Allie. Here's Sarr. Pass to Hayes. The kick out to Fournier. Wing shot on the way, and they pick up 2. Fournier's gotten his second bucket.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
Here's Sarr. Puts it in off the killer crossover.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Out left to the wing. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Shot to stop the run. Knocks it down from distance.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
It makes a difference for them if he can establish his three-point shot as a weapon.
Now here's Hayes. Pass to Sarr. Fournier for 3. And his first miss of the night. Now 2 of 3. Inside. Antetokounmpo with it. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Now here's Hayes. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. To the inside. Here's Sarr. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. 20 feet out. Oh, he beats the buzzer just in time. Wow.
Big time bucket, I'll tell you.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. They're up by 2. Don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
They're playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
We got Risache. He's out there with Bilal Coulibaly. Rudy Gobert is out there with Nicholas Batum. And it's Yabusele in at the 4-man position. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Pass to Dorsey. Over to the left wing. Here's Papanikolaou. 5 to shoot. Fires from deep. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Outside Coulibaly. Batum outside. Down low. Gobert, too strong.
Outstanding job converting in close. Gobert understands how to execute around the rim.
To the paint. And he banks in the layup.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
Batum outside. tipped away. And the ball ends up out of bounds. They'll keep possession. Let's take a look at the seeding for the Eastern Conference, with only 4 games of the regular season remaining. You take a look at the home team. They're hoping to make some moves from the number 5 spot before the start of the playoffs. And they're right behind them, trying to overtake them if they can. And it's Koulibaly missing. Antetokounmpo outside. Pass to Kalaitakis. And he's going for the lob. Nice catch and finish on the lob. And that ties it up. Well, Graham, with players getting bigger and more athletic, do you support moving the restricted area out?
Yeah, B.A., I would. We've seen a lot of injuries when defenders slide underneath elevated players on the drive. So cutting down that risk makes a lot of sense.
Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
When Gobert is close like that, you know he's going to try and ram it through.
And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. So it's both teams making substitutions here. All right, with this brief pause, let's take a look at the league's best passing teams.
The beauty of this offense is that the ball never stops moving. If the shot isn't there, the next pass is made.
There's a minute 47 left in the first half. Out to the right wing. Here's Antetokounmpo.
Yes! Beyond belief. I mean, such a creative talent. And I'm not surprised to see Giannis get flashy on the finish.
Hayes, the pass to Wembanyama. Wow, that wiry strength of Wembanyama.
It looked like he was playing against his little brother out there, the way he just went right over him with his height.
And Richard, we talked about Victor Wembanyama, 7'4". Skilled. Did you ever think we'd see a player like him?
Maybe in about 20 years, but we're seeing more and more hybrids. He is just an outlier that we have never seen before. The tallest player in the league and one of the most skilled.
Lets it go from deep. Batum gets the bucket. Batum's got his first 3 points of the game.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Pass to Antetokounmpo. What a fake! Giannis for 3.
Yeah, Giannis feeling confident. Goes right to the 3 to get those points back.
Hayes finds Wembanyama. Wembanyama screen. And it's Fournier penetrating.
Man, good whistle there.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That's good from Fournier. Risacher, he's checked in for Batum. Fournier hits them both.
No surprise there. He's about as automatic as it gets from the stripe. I hope I didn't jinx him.
Here's Kalaitakis. Antetokounmpo inside. The open J off the mark. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. They lead by 4. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie. Thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
In the West, Luka Doncic.
No stranger getting recognized. Doncic stuffs the stat sheet pretty much every night.
And now let's talk about that first half. What a battle it's been for the visiting team.
Their offense is flowing.
And that is going to do it for us.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at Giannis Antetokounmpo. What a contribution.
And in the first half, he dominated in the post. He got the looks he wanted and was able to execute.
The question now is, will the defense keep letting him punish them inside? Or did coach have some new ideas for them?
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Rizachet out there with Sarr. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. Then it's Evan Fournier. And it's Hayes in at the point guard position. Outside Wembanyama puts one up from 19. And good as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Wembanyama's got 7 points in the game. Out to the right wing. Antetokounmpo outside. Here's Papanikolaou. And the shot goes in.
And showing the point guard instincts there. Boy, Giannis can make it look easy.
Hayes is out there with Evan Fournier. Then it's Rizachet. Then there's Sarr. And it's Wembanyama in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Fournier for three. Nails it from three. He's got 9.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. And now we take a look at the 2K leaderboard to glance at which point guards have been absolute pests on the defensive end over the last month. So it's the home team now. It's a 5-point game. Throws it up high. Look at Giannis go up and get it.
Impressive how in sync Giannis is with his squad, enabling them to set up a flashy alley-oop.
Wembanyama out there with Sarr. Then it's Evan Fournier. Then there's Hayes. And it's Rizachet in at small forward. And here's Hayes. Fader on the way. That's good from Wembanyama on the assist by Hayes. Wembanyama's got 4 points in the quarter. Well, Richard, it might be a long time before we see a player with the combination of Wembanyama's size and skill.
He changes every opponent's game plan, offensively and defensively. You've seen nothing like it, and we probably won't for a long time.
Pass to Rizachet. Hayes with a screen. Launches a three. Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
And sometimes on defense, people just get lucky.
Here's Calathes. He's defended by Hayes. Antetokounmpo, left side. Oh, too much Giannis.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Pass to Sarr. Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. Knocks down the triple. Fournier's got 12 points.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Stripped away. And here's the fast break. Here's Sarr. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. Sarr's got his second basket.
Yeah, I love seeing Sarr get a little more physical there inside.
51 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Calathes. It doesn't go for him. Wembanyama with some nice D. Outside Fournier. Wow! Victor takes it to him inside.
All too easy for Wembanyama. He feels like no one can defend him inside.
Here's Calathes. Fournier covering. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Looking to end the run. Oh, Giannis! A rim rocker!
And the game plan for them should be simple. Keep getting it to Giannis. The Greek freak is on fire.
Hayes, the pass to Sarr. Fires the three. No good on the shot. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. They lead by 6. After a quick break, we're coming right back with the start of the fourth quarter. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dive. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Coulibaly. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in.
Yeah, nice dish by Gobert. With his height, he can see over the whole defense.
They've got Rudy Gobert, Nicholas Batum out there with Bilal Coulibaly, and it's Jang in at the point. And they're pushing it up. This one for three. Sinks it from distance. Jang's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. Screen by Antetokounmpo. The three-pointer off the mark. Shooting 74%. Just an unbelievable offensive display here. Pass to Gobert. Outside Coulibaly. Here's Jang. Beyond the arc. On target from range. Jang's got 6 here in the quarter.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, over the last break I listened to Tom Thibodeau address the team. He stressed with his guys how important defense is at this point of the game, saying, quote, "It's got to come down to stops, fellas. We know how good our offense is. Now I need you to communicate and D-up out there."
And Allie, thank you for that.
And you could see early on that Giannis wanted to be aggressive. I mean, he's taken over at the offensive end.
Pass to Wembanyama. From 7, doesn't fall. That miss makes him 5 for 6. 1:51 left to play in the fourth. Here's Antetokounmpo. No good. He's shooting 10 for 13 now. Gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. Right wing. Pass to Rizache. Now here's Hayes. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. Here's Antetokounmpo. Here's Kalathis. Antetokounmpo, right side. Second chance shot. Shot's blocked.
What I like about Sarr as a shot blocker, he can do it anywhere on the floor.
Pass to Rizache. From deep, Sarr. He can't hit that time. To the middle. Here's Antetokounmpo. Lays it up and in, despite excellent defense. There's 37 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. The three from Rizache. The shot that time not on target. And short of a miracle, they're walking out of here with a tough loss.
They fought all night, a terrific effort, but they just couldn't make enough big plays.
The shot by Wembanyama, no good.
I hate to say it, but I'm pretty sure we can close the book on this one.
Yeah, they fought as hard as they could. Just wasn't in the cards tonight.
And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them. They had to dig deep to come out on top.
Yeah, you know,
Coming into focus now, Greg, with a good portion of this regular season behind us.
And for the teams that are definitely in, they're trying to maintain momentum and health, right? But for the teams still clawing and fighting their way in, that's where it gets exciting.
Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Ivica Zubac. Hezonja's out there with Dario Saric and Smith.
And I'll bet that's what they talked about before the game, getting the ball inside early.
Pass to Hezonja. And here is Saric. Shot clock at 6. To the middle. Plays it up and banks it in.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Yeah, that's how he rolls. I mean, intimidate the opponent right now.
Here's Larkin. Fires from the wing. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Larkin's got his second basket of the night. Saric outside. Pass to Zubac. That's tipped. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Here's Larkin. Misses that one. His first miss of the night. 2 for 3. Now here is Smith.
Home team foul. First personal foul. First team foul. Coming onto the floor for your home team, number 16, Jenny Osborne.
Smith finds Saric. Smith with it. Here's the 3. Şengün with the rebound. Here's Sapahi. No good with the triple. Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Misses from close range. Gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Ipo, Şengün. Pass to Larkin. Five on the clock. It's up a 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Larkin's got 7. 1:29 left to play in the first quarter. And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Korkmaz, he's checked in for Larkin. Now let's have a quick look at some of the league's top defenders in the season's second half. Fourth, Şengün.
Defensively, he's been a club. I mean, he has just been blanketing his opponents.
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
Boy, it does your heart good to see that kind of determination in a player. Really excellent focus that time.
Gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. There's 57 seconds left in the first. And the shot goes in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. Not there.
To the inside. Perkichin, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
And he just elevates and powers in the one-hand.
Textbook.
I'm glad he didn't go overboard and try to do too much there.
For 3. Off the mark, his first miss of the game, 1 for 2. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. No good. That would have tied it.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Buries the long-range jumper. 5 points in the game. And we reached the end of the first quarter. They're up by 5. And the second quarter. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
Right wing. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Here's Korkmaz. Hasn't made one yet. Charity stripe shot. Larkin can't get it to go.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
And it's good off the back rim and in. Bogdanovic has got his first 2 points of the night.
And Bogdanovic is just such a deadly shooter from there. The defense has to do a better job against him in that situation.
Out to the right wing. Pass to Larkin. Clock at 6. Goes up on the wing. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game now.
Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Pass to Bogdanovic. They set the pick. Launches a 3, and he's good on the 3 ball. Bogdanovic has got 5 points now this quarter.
Boy, he's such a gifted shooter. You can't give Bogdanovic any breathing room. Otherwise, he'll hurt
you. Inside, here's Larkin, and the shot goes in. Larkin's got 11.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
And here's Bogdanovic for 3. Hits it from 3-point range.
Really starting to find himself now, guys, after getting shut out in the first quarter.
And there's a minute 45 left to play here in the second quarter. Pass to Osman. Larkin in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires the 3. Hands it from downtown. 14 points for him.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Here's Perkachin. And that one goes long. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Got a hand on it. This one for 3. The 3-pointer is right on target.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
Here's Larkin. 14 points for him. An easy 2 points on the layup.
Good, solid execution inside. That's exactly the look you want.
Gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. And here's Bogdanovic for 3. And it's Osman with the rebound. Gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Here's Sapahi. Nailed from three-point land. From deep three-point territory. Unable to get that one. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Up by 4. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
And it's time for your
Their offense is running like a machine there, Shaq. I mean, they're making calculated decisions, kind of like all of those.
All right, guys. Here. And that about wraps it.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Doing it very well tonight, around 57%. Sharge outside. Pass to Zubats. Smith for 3. Drills it from outside.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
Hazonia is out there with Sharge. And it's Smith. Then it's Ivica Zubats. No one covering. He's got 6.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Now Hazonia. Now here's Zubats. Still scoreless. Here's Smith. A shot missing.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
Şengün. No good on that one. Excellent defense there from Zubats. Smith inside. Yep, that one goes. Smith's got 5.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
And here are the teams that have been on fire from the three-point line ever since the All-Star break.
I mean, they've gotten better at shooting the ball as the season has gone on, and you like their trajectory. I mean, they're in a great offensive groove right now.
Here's Larkin. He's got 14. Pass to Şengün. 5 to shoot. From deep. Sharge grabs the board. Gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half.
home team foul. Armando, first personal foul, first team foul. Into the lineup for your home team, number 16, Jimmy Austin.
Sharge looking around. Pass to Smith. Here's Hazonia. It's good. This game is all even. Hazonia's got his first points in this one.
Well, I like this execution coming out of the half. Solid. 3 for 4 from the field so far.
Screen by Şengün. Nice shot by Larkin. He's got 17.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And now, here's Hazonia. Pass to Zubats. Just 5 to shoot. To the left wing. Here's Sharge. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. An offensive execution has been beyond great there. 63% from the floor in this game. He gets that one. And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Gone 3 of 5 to start the second half. Developing a nice rhythm out there. Back to Smith. Here's Perkichin. Goes up the baseline. It's rebounded by Şengün. Perkichin's gone 1 of 4 so far. Here's Şengün. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Clark, looking at the growth and skill set of Şengün, he could be special.
I agree 100%, partner. He's got an instinct for the game that you just can't teach. The passing, the ball fakes, the pace at which he plays, it's all there. Feels like he could have the same kind of development trajectory as Jokic. We'll see.
Here's Perkicin. They need this. He lays it in. Perkicin's got his second bucket of the night.
They just aren't attacking from the perimeter like they did in that first half, and I think that's part of the problem right now.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now, here's Şengün. Guarded closer. Misses the baby hook.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Pass to Smith. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. They're up by 5. And we're coming right back. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Korkmaz passes to Larkin. And that one drops for him. Larkin's got 19 points.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
Releases. And good. He nails it.
Boy, where's the effort defensively? You have got to put up a better fight.
Yeah, you know, it's made for a fun game, but you're right. You're exactly right. I mean, the defense has been non-existent.
Pass to Korkmaz. Here's Larkin. Good for his 9th make in just 12 shots. That's an even 75% shooting.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Both teams deciding to change it up. And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Guys, during that last break, I listened to Chauncey Billups talk to his team. Now, they've been happy with the way the team is shooting. He reminded players to keep taking those threes, that they've had some clean looks. When that 3 goes in, it's always a welcome sight. Guys?
Thank you, David. Here's Sapahi. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Personal foul, first team foul.
And he can't get the first one. And the second free throw, good. Gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. And here is Zubac. Pass to Azania. 6 on the shot clock. Over Şengün. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Here's Sapahi. No good on the 3. Gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Cast for anything more than that. That gives them the lead. And that's now 7 points for Smith.
And obviously a total team player. Šarić is a guy, if his teammate is open, he's going to get the ball.
Tipped away. Pass to Şengün. For the 3. Sinks the triple.
And such a clutch shooter. I mean, he lives with a big shot. And when he's rolling like this, watch out.
Down low, here's Smith. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
His performance today has just been so important. What a luxury to have a guy that's that dependable.
Pass to Biberovic. Here's Larkin. The train knocks down the three.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Smith inside. Misses in close. I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move. You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. He knows every possession is critical now. .30 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Lets it go from the wing. That shot misses. So they foul intentionally.
First personal foul, second team foul.
Here's Larkin. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
First personal foul, third team foul.
Gets the first, and that increases their lead to 6.
2 shots.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
Can't waste any time here.
No, you need a quick bucket and then a quick foul.
Here's Sharge. And the 3 off target. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
They didn't really have another option. I mean, I thought they did a nice job getting it in his hands and making sure he was the guy who'd go to the line.
And an intentional foul right there.
Smith, third personal foul, fifth team foul.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 9. Larkin hits them both.
I think it's a wrap. When the game's on the line, he knows how to deliver the crushing blow.
And so they get the victory here at home. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really...
players that move to a new team in the offseason, have they had enough time to get adjusted?
Well, you know, BA, it depends. Some guys blend right into a new squad, but for others, it takes a lot of repetition to get a feel for your teammates.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Shoots. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And that gets us rolling. Whew. What a tremendous atmosphere in here tonight.
You get the sense there is a level of intensity right out of the gates. Refs calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
Team foul. Substitution for the away team. Number 5, Nikola Jovic.
Antetokounmpo outside. And there's the screen. Rebounded by Jovic. Jokic with it. Last game for him, he picked up 13. And Giannis Antetokounmpo picks up that foul. That's his first foul. Antetokounmpo is checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Number 37, Kostas Antetokounmpo.
Driving to the basket. Pass to Jovic. 20 feet out. Bogdanovich, that's good.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
And just over a minute played here to start the game. Softly drops in the floater.
Well, the touch and the focus. What a pretty move in the lane.
Jokic the screen. Inside. No luck on that one. Good D by Antetokounmpo. First quarter, just over a minute and a half in. Nails the baby hook.
There's just no reason to give him inside position.
Coaches call that doing your work early. If you are there defensively, it really does not allow for him to establish that kind of excellent positioning down low.
Here's Jovic.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Down low. Here's Jokic. Great D that time from Antetokounmpo.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
Here's Kalathis. Clock at 6. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
He's got a great defensive mind. He gets good position and affects the release.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Fades. He can't get it to go.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
Here's Kalathis. First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. Here's Papanikolaou. Over Bogdanovich. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. 51 seconds left now in the first quarter. Pass to Jovic to win the cold spell. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
How about the timing? Could be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw. And that one misses. Gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Here's Kalathis. 26 seconds left to play in the first. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Three-pointer. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
Now here's Bogdanovich. Tightly guarded. Teodosic. Misses the three. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. They're up by 3. Stay with us now. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, they clearly came into this game focused on sharing the ball.
When you keep everyone involved at the offensive end, it keeps everyone engaged in other areas as well.
The rebound by Teodosic.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
We've got Topic, and it's Jovic in at the 4. Back to Jokic. Teodosic. And the bucket is good.
Teodosic. Assist from number 17.
The 3 is up. Drops in the 3.
You know, we talk all the time about how important it is to have bigs who can stretch the floor. An example there.
They've got Nikola Jokic. And it's Topic in at the 2-guard spot. Deflected! And he gets it back. The 3. And he buries his first look.
Well, he showed right there. This guy capable of making shots, especially if you leave him that wide open.
Timeout, timeout. And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to review the game plan. And you played for several different coaches with very different philosophies, Grant. Did you have a favorite system?
Well, you know, VA, I did. I played 19 years, a number of different coaches, but the 8 seconds or less offense back when I was with the Suns as a player, you want to run. And honestly, it's so much fun getting up and down the court like that.
Plenty of daylight on that shot. 6 points for him.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
We're about a minute and a half into this second quarter. Oh, he picked him clean. Sends it home from three-point land.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Pass to Jokic. To the wing, right side. In deep. That's easy work for Jokic.
This is why Jokic is an all-star caliber talent. He has an ability to hit hard, contested shots.
To the paint. Off with the layup. Gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. Here's Teodosic to the left side wing. Lets it fly. He hits the back iron and sinks it.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
To the inside. Banked it in off the glass.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
And the timeout called here by Doc Rivers. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Both teams will make substitutions. Gone a terrific 4 of 5 here in the second quarter. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And he can't get the first one.
At the line for the away team, number 27.
He hits the second from the line. Quarter number 2 and around 3 minutes gone by. Here's Kalathis. Antetokounmpo outside. Here's Kalathis. Still without a bucket. Let's go with a 3. Can't hit. 1 for 2 now. Grant, they could attempt a 2 for 1 here.
They could. The key here is a good look.
Bogdanovich from long range. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
Here's Papanikolaou. Antetokounmpo for 3. What a make! Giannis for 3.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Now here's Bogdanovic. He's got 5. Oh, he missed the chippy right there. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Up by 4. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have? Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports.
They're clicking from outside. Hard cuts to the ball and a few bone-jarring screens. Man, they have a high quality.
And later on, some more. That's it for us. Thanks for tuning.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Shooting 56% today. Here's Kalathis. They set the pick to the middle. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed pass.
And he's looking to get on a roll here to start the second half.
And I've got to believe that was something they talked about during the break. Get him some good looks into the paint, get into the heart of the defense. Beautiful.
Here's Bogdanovic, and the layup falls. Bogdanovic has got 7 points.
You like seeing Bogdanovic get it done inside. An opportunistic score around the rim.
Antetokounmpo for 3. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss. Shooting the ball at 60%, an excellent average. To the right side. Pass to Bogdanovic. Buries it from 3. Bogdanovic has got 5 points now this quarter.
This speaks to the level of confidence Bogdanovic possesses, looking to shoot immediately off the catch.
Antetokounmpo for 3. Gets the 3 ball to go.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Pass to Bogdanovic. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Look at Giannis playing big inside against contact.
And look at Giannis using his length inside, allowing him to beat the contact and get the finish.
And while we have a moment, let's see some of the contenders for this year's three-point contest. Some of the players who have a shot to make the final cut.
Hey, not a bad list of shooters at all. And really, with how many threes we see in NBA games these days, some of these games have become three-point contests.
You take a look at Bogdanovic. He's gathered enough votes to currently sit at the number 4 spot on the list. He must be excited about the prospect of competing in this event at All-Star Weekend.
And it's obvious the fans want him there as well. He's a dangerous man from beyond the arc who could have a real shot at winning that event.
And we'll keep you posted as we get closer to All-Star Weekend. But that's our current list for the three-point contest.
It's going to be a fantastic competition. We've got an endless supply of shooters in this league, and that contest will be heated.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Antetokounmpo against Jokic. There's a minute 47 left to play in the third quarter. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup. Here's Papanikolaou. Here's Kalathis, defended by Bogdanovic. From down in the low post, it goes. Gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to go since the break. We've got 1:13 left in the third quarter. Fires for 3. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. A tight one here in Detroit. Here's Papanikolaou. No good with a layup. Shooting the ball at 60%, an excellent average. Bogdanovic from long range. Good, and that makes him 6 for 9. A quality game for him so far.
Challenging this D with the 3 ball. That's his second from distance this half, and he also hit one in the first half, too.
Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Over to the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Papanikolaou. From outside the arc. Unable to get that one. And here's Jokic. Looking at his production, close to 12 points a game. Pass to Bogdanovic. Now Jokic. For the lead. Gets the 3 to fall. He's got 7. Three-quarters of play and a close one here. Leading by just 2. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get set. And we take a listen in now to Tom Thibodeau on a recent...
Got to get some stop. Right now.
3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. Here's Teodosic. Pass to Jokic. Here's Teodosic. Connects from downtown.
And they keep attacking from the three-point range here in the second half.
Shooting an efficient 57% tonight. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Covered by Jokic. Shot from the low block. Rejected by Jokic.
Oh, look at Jokic using those long arms, managing to get his hand on the ball and knock it away.
4 on the clock. That's short off the rim. Here's Guduric to the inside. On Saturday, and then on Monday.
First personal foul. First team foul. Shooting for the away team.
First free throw is good.
At the line for 2.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. 60 ticks off the clock here in the 4th. And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, over the last break I listened to Tom Thibodeau address the team. He isn't liking what he's seeing out there on the perimeter, saying to his guys, defensively we're too lax, and they're getting any 3 they want. And offensively, the ball movement, it isn't crisp, which is why we're not getting many opportunities from outside. I want to see improvement on both ends.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks.
Yeah, the mid-range is not a go-to for Giannis, but he's always looking to expand his game.
And here's Jokic outside. Confident shooting from Jokic.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
From 12 feet, Antetokounmpo can't connect. Shooting 67% for the game. Just outstanding. The ball's knocked loose. Bully ball in the paint from Giannis.
And Giannis has a ridiculous combination of size, skill, and athleticism.
Pass to Bogdanovic. A minute 53 left in the 4th quarter here. Gone 2 of 5 from the field in this final quarter. Now here's Antetokounmpo. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
And that one falls for Antetokounmpo.
Well, this is the kind of player he is. The tougher the moment, the more he elevates his game.
Down low. Outside Bogdanovic. That falls. Nice feed from Jokic.
And for so many teams in the NBA, establishing the three-point shot is goal number 1 on offense. He's definitely doing his part tonight.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
Inside. Here's Jokic. Look at Jokic going to work inside.
And Jokic has a number of moves to choose from, especially deep inside.
Pass to Antetokounmpo. And score it. That now makes him 7 for 11 in this game.
You expect this from an MVP like Giannis. He never gives up on the game. Woo! Gotta love it.
To the paint. Back to Jokic from behind the arc. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
Every moment counts here. They have got to get moving.
This is the very definition of desperation time. You've got to score every trip.
And showing the point guard instincts there. Boy, Giannis can make it look easy.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Pass to Jokic. To the wing on the left. 6 to shoot. Great open look there.
They're really employing a deep range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection. Swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
Lets the three fly. Oh, he knocked down the trifecta.
And coming down the stretch, you just can't afford that type of defensive breakdown.
And right now, neither side can get a stop. Looks like both coaches will have plenty of material for the film room.
Good on the first, and that puts him up 5. And so both free throws good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Well, you love a guy who gets himself to the line, takes his time, and makes the free throws. Complete professional.
Seven seconds left in the fourth. Fires the three. That one doesn't drop. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. Just a gutsy performance on the road.
Both these teams, of course, Greg, strong and rebounding. Should be a battle out there.
Nothing easy in the paint, Kevin. Both front courts will be fighting for every possession when they miss.
Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Hayes. Wembanyama's out there with Song. Then there's Rizachet, and it's Fournier in its shooting guard.
And I like getting physical, challenging the defense.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And examining his numbers this season, we can see that he's been an exceptional free throw shooter, right around 85.
Gobert, he's checked in for Song. And here's Hayes. Pass to Rizachet. Fires for three. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
A true highlight of Rizachet's game, his ability to just knock it down from beyond.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, Kevin, Taylor Jenkins and I shared a few minutes together, and I asked him, how do you contend with the size and skill of Victor Wembanyama? He said, every night we see this guy do something no one has ever seen before. It's kind of like dealing with the unknown. A whole new kind of player needs new schemes. So we'll see some inventiveness out there on the defensive side tonight, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Now here's Giddey. 12 points his last outing. Five on the clock. That's good from 17 feet away. Giddey's got his second basket of the night.
And honestly, Giddey mostly avoids that area, but nice to see him being aggressive.
Outside Fournier. Pass to Hayes. Here's Wembanyama. Drills the three-pointer. Wembanyama's got five now.
And when Wembanyama is connecting from deep, he is downright unguardable. This is how special a talent he is.
Mills with it. Ingles kicks to Mills. To the middle. Wants to get it to Giddey and does.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Now here's Mills. Back to Giddey. The shot off that time. Gone 4 of 4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. And it's Rizachet missing. Gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Giddey no good. Wembanyama against Giddey. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Coach, only 2 players have led the NBA in blocks as a rookie. Manute Bol and our favorite, Victor Wembanyama.
Kevin, Wembanyama is already special defensively, not only as a shot blocker, but the amount of ground that he can cover to affect shots. And there are people around the league that believe that he can become the best defender of all time.
Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Victor Wembanyama. Gobert against Simmons. Three-pointer, Daniels. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Inside. Pass to Koulibaly. Back to Gobert. Fournier for 3. Simmons pulls it in. Yes, that goes in.
And they make Simmons battle for it, but he was up to the task.
Here he goes. Here's Reza Shea. Lays it up off the glass. Reza Shea's got 5 now. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Leading by 3. Let's take. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Yeah, and that's helped them get the lead. But we'll have to see if they can sustain this offensive output.
We've got Yabusele. Koulibaly is out there with Reza Shea. And it's Rudy Gobert. And it's Batum. And it's small forward. Back to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
And at his size, all Simmons needs is prime time positioning, and he's golden. A fantastic dunker.
Pass to Reza Shea. Now here's Batum. Here's Yabusele. Ingles covering. Reza Shea in the corner. All sorts of time. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Reza Shea's got 5 points now this quarter. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. To the paint, Simmons. Oh, and the jam by Ben Simmons.
Goodness, Ben Simmons, unreal.
Here's Reza Shea. 10 points for him. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Green against Batum. Stan, we have so many great players in this NBA. I mean, every night, from top to bottom, each roster, there are so many great players. But in your opinion, who is the toughest to game plan against?
Wow, that is a tough question because there's so many of them where there's no good answers. You know, let's take Jokic, for example. If you play him one-on-one, he's going to score virtually every time. If you come in, double team him, send the second defender, he's going to make the right pass all the time. There's no way to absolutely stop him. You just do the best you can to limit their team.
The great ones always have answers, don't they, Stan?
If they didn't, Kevin, they wouldn't be the great ones.
That's right. Pass to Song. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Sarr's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Already expanding his game. Sarr trying to get better at attacking quickly off the pass.
Green inside the 3-point line. No good, and tight defense there bothered that shot. Gone a sensational 5 of 5 from the field since the start of the second quarter. And really, Stan, Victor Wembanyama has a chance to be one of those paradigm-shifting players. Don't you agree?
Oh, no doubt, Kevin. First of all, There are not going to be very many 7'4" guys come along and then come with the skills that he has on a court, the length, his mobility, how fluid he is. It's unprecedented.
Pass to Mills. Mills, and Sarr pulls it down. Top of the key, Fournier. There's 38 seconds left to play in the first half. Wembanyama sets a screen for Hayes. Traps in the tray. Hayes has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Giddey with it. He's got 8. There's the pick. Out left to the wing. Pass to Landale. Over Wembanyama. Landale with the bucket. Landale's got 5 points so far.
And even though it wasn't a great screen, he found a way to create some space. Well, that's why he's out there using his size in the paint.
And so we wrap up the first half. Leading by 7. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
You take a look at the visitors. They haven't quite looked like themselves lately. The question is, how do they get back to the top? How do they recapture?
Turning back now to that game we've been watching. A positive first half for the visiting team. Thank you for being with us.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Zachary Rizashay has been, in a word, sensational.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
Joe Ingles is out there with Exum, and it's Mills. Then it's Josh Giddey, and it's Landale in at center. And that's the group for Taylor Jenkins as we begin the second half. Ingles passes to Giddey. And he connects with the jumper. He's got 10.
And as a playmaker, Giddey has made huge strides learning how to create for himself and his teammates.
Pass to Rizashay. And a wide open look for Sarr. And he can extend the lead to double digits. Doing fantastically in this game, 62% from the floor. Here's Landale. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Wembanyama. Now Sarr, Ingles covering. And now let's take a look at the most efficient scoring teams in the NBA.
So patient on the offensive end. I mean, they're not going to force shots, and it's that selectiveness that's yielded such an impressive field goal percentage.
And it's Taylor Jenkins calling timeout here. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations.
And now a look at Victor Wembanyama here. How his last 10 games have gone.
And remember, the second best free throw shooter in the league by percentage. He does not miss many.
And just going back real quick to the fact that he's tops in the league in rebounds, what a tremendous feat. What a monster he is in the paint. Pass to Landale. Ingles kicks to Giddey. 6 to shoot. Wide open look. Wembanyama with the rebound.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Wembanyama has got 4 points in the quarter. Here's Giddey, and he banks in the layup.
Well, Giddey loves to finish strong inside, and he knows how to take advantage of his size.
Outside Fournier. A 3 from Wembanyama. Mills with the rebound.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Exum passes to Ingles. Fires from deep. Not going to go that time. Gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. To the inside. Here's Wembanyama. No good. Shot missing.
Well, they know he can finish at the rim, but the defense did just enough to force the miss.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Here's Giddey. And he's good on the 3-ball. Giddey's got 15 points.
And this is why many are excited about Giddey's future, showing how dangerous he can be on offense.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. So both teams changing it up here. Outside Fournier. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Shot clock at 6. That 3 off the mark. Gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. Drills it from outside.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Yeah, taking away the lead is never easy, but a rally like this is how you do it.
For 3, Fournier knocks down the 3-ball.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And Mills kicks to Daniels. Pass to Mills. Shoots over Fournier. Puts it up. Murphy, no good.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Here's Koulibaly. Sinks the 3-pointer. Koulibaly's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's Mills. Wow! Huge buzzer beater.
I did not think he was going to get that off in time.
He released it just in the nick of time.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Leading by 5. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Yeah, well, this is the diversification of positions in this league. Everyone does everything now.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Rudy Gobert is out there with Yabusele. Then it's Koulibaly. Then there's Batum. And it's Rupert in at the 1. And the ball goes out of bounds. It's turned over.
That's a careless pass and a wasted possession. That's just unnecessary.
Now Daniels. Bible on the wing. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. 65%, an outstanding offensive display from them.
And coming down the stretch here, both teams still on fire.
Yeah, in hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Pass to Song. Back to Hayes. Here's Wembanyama.
Maybe the most hyped teenager since LeBron James. Wembanyama is the poster child for upside.
And he knocks down the first one. Exum, he's checked in for Josh Green. And both free throws good for Wembanyama. Gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Back to Exum. Inside. Here's Giddey. And that comes off the assist by Exum.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Pass to Rizashay. Offline with his three. Gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. And Mills kicks to Giddey. And here's Mills to tie it up. Drains it from beyond the arc. And that'll tie this game up.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Oh, there's the strength training from Wembanyama.
A big moment for the big man. Wembanyama stepping up in a huge way.
Here's Giddey. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
Stone cold stuff there from Josh Giddey. Big time shot in the moment.
Pass to Wembanyama. Oh, too easy for Wembanyama.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
For 3, Fournier. Good on the triple.
Not a standout part of Sarr's game, but good work recognizing that opening in the defense and making the right read.
Now here's Giddey. Lets it go from deep. And Sarr pulls it down. Gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Oh, Wembanyama with an evasive move.
And a monster game for Wemby with the matchup issues he creates. I'm not sure anyone in this league can stop him when he's on.
We've got a timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. He's not taking any chances and wants to huddle him up right away. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin. Well, Taylor Jenkins just reviewed his plan with his team. Now, he preached the importance of patience down the stretch. Coach said we're not going to get it all back at once. Let's take it one trip at a time. Make it simple, make it easy. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
There's 21 seconds left in the fourth. And guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
And here's Hayes. The visiting club takes the win on the road. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative.